My child, listen closely. I speak to you now with the calm protection of Archangel Michael, and I want you to breathe slowly as you receive every word. Do not rush. Do not fear. I am here with you. And even though this message may shake your heart at first, by the time you reach the end of it, you will understand the purpose, the direction, and the hidden strength rising inside you. My child, you are about to lose the house you currently live in because something in your life has reached its final chapter. A cycle is ending. A season is closing. A foundation that once held you is no longer aligned with your path. And I want you to pay attention, not with fear, but with awareness. You are not losing a home, you are being shifted, moved, repositioned by divine force. But before I go deeper, tell me in the comments, have you ever felt the universe pulling you out of something familiar, even when you didn't understand why? My child, this message is not about punishment. It's about preparation. And I need you to hear this with an open spirit. The place where you are living right now, those walls, that roof, that environment, has absorbed every emotion you've carried. Every tear. Every disappointment. Every frustration. Every night you stayed awake wondering if your life would ever feel light again. The house has become heavy with your old energy, your old fears, your old lessons. And I, Archangel Michael, cannot let you stay where your spirit cannot grow. This is why the ground beneath your feet is shifting. This is why situations around you feel unstable. This is why the place you once felt safe in now feels temporary, fragile, uncertain. You are not imagining the signs. You are not being dramatic. You are being guided. My child, the universe removes you only when you refuse to move. It is not the house itself that you are losing, no. You are losing the version of yourself that lived there. The version of you who accepted less. The version of you who doubted your worth. The version of you who settled because you didn't believe more was possible. And I know the fear rising in your chest. I know the questions. What will happen to me? Where will I go? Why now? Why this? But my child, ask yourself something else instead. What if this is protection? What if this is elevation? What if this is the universe clearing the path because you refuse to walk away on your own? Comment, I trust the process, if you feel this message touching your spirit so far. My child, let me take you somewhere deeper. Close your eyes in your mind and imagine your home as a container, a vessel. Now imagine your spirit growing, expanding, overflowing. The container cannot hold you anymore. That is what is happening. You have outgrown what once sheltered you. This is not loss. This is evolution. But I know what you might be thinking. Why does evolution feel painful? Why does change feel like punishment? Because, my child, the human heart clings to what is familiar, even when it is hurting. Even when it is stagnant. Even when it is no longer meant for you. And sometimes the divine must remove the familiar so the future can enter. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because God is making room for a home, a place with peace, light, safety, stability, and alignment. A place where you don't cry alone. A place where your spirit can rest. A place where your blessings can land without being pushed away by old energy. This house, your current house, carries so many memories you were never meant to hold forever. The arguments, the disappointments, the loneliness, the moments you broke in silence, the moments you looked at the ceiling, asking for help that didn't come fast enough. My child, you cannot carry this energy into your next chapter. And this is why it feels like everything is falling apart, when in truth, everything is falling into place. There are 3 silent reasons you are being shifted from your current home, and I want you to listen carefully. Reason 1, you stopped feeling safe in your spirit, not just your surroundings. The energy around you has become too tight, too heavy. You cannot breathe spiritually there anymore. You have felt this for months, maybe years. You tried to ignore it. You tried to push it away. But the feeling kept returning. This is not random, it is spiritual pressure, nudging you toward movement. Reason 2, your blessing cannot arrive where you currently are. Some environments block divine flow. Some places freeze your progress. Some roofs limit your destiny. And if you stay, your growth will slow until it breaks you. You were not meant to stay this small. The universe must take you out before you shrink yourself to fit a space that is beneath your calling. Reason 3, someone connected to your current environment is draining you or limiting you. This could be a person, a pattern, or even an emotion tied to your current home. You may not see it clearly yet, but something you live with, physically or spiritually, is weakening you. And I will not allow my child to be weakened. If any of these resonate, tell me in the comments, I felt this. Now breathe, my child. Let your shoulders relax. Let the fear melt for a moment. Because I am not here to tell you that you will lose everything. No. I am here to tell you that you will gain everything you prayed for. But first, the ground must be cleared. My child, imagine yourself standing in a field. In your hands, you hold seeds, your dreams, your desires, your hopes. You are ready to plant them. But the soil beneath you is dry, cracked, lifeless. No matter how many seeds you drop, nothing grows. The universe sees this. So a storm comes, not to destroy you, but to break the ground open, to soften it, to make room for new life. Losing your house is not the storm breaking you. It is the storm preparing your ground. Your next home will not be filled with restless nights. Your next home will not echo old pain. Your next home will not hold memories of suffering. Your next home will not drain your spirit. Your next home will not make you feel small. Your next home will feel like breath. Like peace. Like clarity. Like a new beginning. But my child, you must allow the shift. You must walk forward even when your legs tremble. You must trust even when your hands shake. You must release the belief that leaving means losing. Leaving means evolving. And I know, my child, that humans fear the unknown. But the unknown is where miracles live. You have prayed for a better life. You have prayed for financial stability. You have prayed for peace. You have prayed for a fresh start. And now those prayers are being answered in a way you did not expect. My child, comment "I am ready" if your heart feels the truth of this. Let me tell you something important. Your new beginning will not require struggle. It will require trust. The house you are losing is a symbol. A symbol that your past cannot follow you anymore. A symbol that the universe is making room. A symbol that your destiny is unfolding faster than you think. A symbol that you are being relocated into alignment. But before the relocation comes the release. And I know release hurts. I know uncertainty makes your throat tighten. I know the thought of leaving what you know feels overwhelming. But my child, staying where you don't belong hurts far more. Think of how many times you felt trapped. Think of how many nights you wished you could leave. Think of how many moments you felt suffocated by your surroundings. Think of how often your heart whispered, "I need something new." Your soul has been asking for this far longer than your mind understands. And now, the universe is answering. You are being moved because your purpose is waiting in a place you have not yet seen. A place with better energy. Better opportunities. Better alignment. Better stability. Better peace. My child, trust me when I tell you. You are not losing your home. You are losing a cage. You are not being pushed out. You are being lifted up. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not being abandoned. You are being guided. And I will walk with you every step of the way. Your next chapter begins soon. But before you turn the page, breathe, trust, and release. My child, come closer. Before we continue, breathe in gently, and breathe out slowly. Let your spirit settle, because what I'm about to reveal to you in this part will not only explain why you are being shifted, but also what is rising for you on the other side of this transition. My child, you are about to lose the house you currently live in because the universe is rearranging your life in ways you cannot see yet. And I know, your mind is searching for logic. Something physical, something practical, something you can hold and understand. But the truth behind this shift is not physical. It is spiritual, it is emotional, and it is deeply connected to the version of you that is emerging. My child, let me begin again. You are not losing a house. You are losing the weight attached to that house. But I need to take you deeper. I need you to truly feel the layers of this message. Because the universe is not disrupting your life without purpose. You are in the middle of a spiritual rearrangement. My child, think back to the last few months. Think of the moments when you said to yourself, "I can't stay here forever. I need a better environment. I feel stuck but don't know why. I want peace, but I can't find it." You whispered these things when no one was around. You said them at night when the lights were off. You felt them in quiet moments, maybe while making tea, maybe while looking out the window, maybe while lying in bed trying to fall asleep. Your soul has been speaking before your voice ever did. Comment, "I felt this," if even one of these moments sounds familiar. My child, your spirit does not lie. It knows when a place is no longer nourishing you. It knows when you've stayed too long somewhere your energy can no longer breathe. It knows when a chapter is done, even if your heart is still trying to hold on. You may think you are losing a home. But the universe sees you shedding an old layer. You may think you are being displaced. But the universe sees you stepping closer to your destiny. You may think life is shaking beneath your feet. But the universe is clearing a path. My child, Do you remember the moment when your home first stopped feeling like home? Maybe it was subtle. Maybe it was sudden. Maybe it was a single incident. Maybe it was a series of small shifts. But something inside you changed, and the house could no longer hold that change. You are becoming someone new. And the walls around you cannot support the expansion happening within you. Listen, my child. Let me show you what's really happening behind the scenes. Your energy is evolving. Your environment is not. This is the conflict. This is the tension. This is why everything feels unstable. Your spirit wants growth. Your environment wants you to stay the same. Your spirit wants light. Your environment holds old shadows. Your spirit wants freedom. Your environment keeps pulling you back. So the universe is stepping in. And when the universe steps in, it does not ask permission, it creates alignment. My child, comment "I understand" if this is starting to make sense. Now let's go deeper. There is something powerful you need to know. You are not being pushed out of your home. You are being pulled into your purpose. And sometimes purpose does not wait for your comfort. Think of a bird, my child. A young bird in its nest. The nest is warm. The nest is familiar. The nest feels safe. But the moment the bird grows wings, the nest becomes too small. If the bird stays too long, its wings weaken. Its potential never activates. Its destiny never awakens. The bird does not lose the nest. The bird outgrows the nest. That is you, my child. And I, Archangel Michael, am teaching you to fly. You may feel fear rising in your chest when you think of leaving your current home. You may feel uncertainty. You may feel heaviness, sadness, or even frustration. But beneath every fear is a silent truth whispering. You are meant for more than this. My child, I want you to ask yourself a question, not with your mind, but with your spirit. If I stayed here another year, or 5 years, or 10 years, would I become the person I'm meant to be? Sit with it. Now listen. If the answer is no, then losing this house is not a tragedy. It is divine intervention. This house holds memories that cannot travel with you into your future. It holds versions of you that you are ready to leave behind. It holds emotions you've outgrown. It holds pain you've healed from. It holds limitations you're breaking free of. Your next chapter requires space. Your next chapter requires elevation. Your next chapter requires a fresh foundation. Your next chapter requires a new energy, one that this house cannot provide. My child, if you're still with me, comment "I'm listening," so I know your spirit is open. Now let me tell you the truth most people never hear. Before a major blessing enters your life, your stability is shaken. Not to harm you, but to prepare you. Not to punish you, but to position you. Not to break you, but to clear the path for what you asked for. You prayed for a better life. You prayed for change. You prayed for progress. You prayed for breakthrough. You prayed for peace. You prayed for abundance. You prayed for a fresh start. My child, did you think your old environment could hold all that? Blessings need space. Transformation needs movement. Elevation requires release. You must let go of what can't go with you. And yes, sometimes that means a home. Now listen carefully, my child. I need you to hear this without fear. You are not going to be left without shelter. You are not going to be abandoned. You are not going to be lost. You are not going to be forgotten. You are not going to be destroyed. The universe does not remove without replacing. The universe does not close without opening. The universe does not take without giving. The universe does not shift without purpose. You are being moved for a reason bigger than you can currently see. My child, I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine walking through a doorway. Behind you is your old home, dim, heavy, familiar, but fading. In front of you is a hallway you've never walked down before. It's quiet, glowing softly, warm, inviting. You don't know what's at the end of that hallway, but you feel something calling you. That pull. That sensation. That whisper of curiosity and hope. That's your future. Your spirit recognizes where you're going, even when your mind does not. My child, let me explain what is waiting for you beyond this shift. A place where your heart will rest. A place where your spirit will feel light. A place where you will wake up without dread. A place where you will feel safe again. A place aligned with your destiny. A place full of new opportunities. A place that welcomes your growth, not restricts it. A place that feels like a true beginning. But you cannot arrive there if you refuse to leave here. My child, tell me in the comments, honestly. What scares you the most about this transition? Speak it. Release it. Naming your fear weakens it. My child, before I speak, I want you to breathe again. Slow. Deep. Gentle. Let the tension fall from your shoulders. Let the worry soften in your chest. Allow your spirit to settle, because what I'm about to reveal in this part will open your eyes to signs you've been feeling but ignoring, signals that your current home is no longer aligned with your destiny. My child, you are about to lose the house you currently live in because the universe has been giving you signs for a long time. Signs you felt. Signs you noticed. Signs you dismissed because they didn't make sense at the time. But every sign was a whisper from your future. Prepare. Shift. Move. Grow. Rise. You didn't know what it meant then. But you will understand now. My child, if anything I say feels familiar, comment, I have felt this, so your spirit acknowledges it. Let us begin. Sign 1, you have been feeling restless in your own home. My child, restlessness is not random. When your spirit cannot settle, when your own room feels uncomfortable, when you walk from corner to corner without feeling grounded, that is not just stress. That is not overthinking. That is your soul rejecting the energy of the place. You have felt this. Nights where you couldn't sleep. Mornings where you woke up tired. Moments where you suddenly felt overwhelmed for no reason. Times when silence felt loud. Times when even relaxing felt difficult. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, your safe space. But when you're being moved spiritually, the home starts feeling like a cage. My child, tell me in the comments, did your restlessness increase recently? Sign 2, things in your home started breaking or malfunctioning. Listen carefully. When an environment is no longer aligned with your path, physical objects in that environment begin to reflect the energy shift. You may have noticed lights flickering, the water acting strange, appliances stopping suddenly, walls cracking, furniture breaking, unexpected repairs appearing out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. They are physical manifestations of spiritual misalignment. Your environment is communicating with you. It is showing you that the stability of the place is fading. The energy of the home is dissolving because you are no longer meant to be anchored there. My child, if this happened to you, comment, yes, I noticed it. Sign 3, you feel drained when you enter your home, and lighter when you leave. This sign is one of the strongest. There have been moments where you came home feeling fine, but the moment you stepped inside, your mood dropped. Your energy lowered. Your chest tightened. You felt heaviness for no reason. This is because your spirit has outgrown the frequency of the place. You are vibrating higher. The house is vibrating lower. The mismatch drains you the moment you enter. And when you leave the house, even if you only step outside for a few minutes, you feel lighter, calmer, clearer. This is not a mental illusion. This is spiritual truth. Your body reacts to environments long before your mind understands them. My child, be honest, have you felt this shift in your energy? Sign 4, conflicts, arguments, or emotional breakdowns increased inside your home. This one is painful, but necessary to acknowledge. The closer you get to leaving an environment, the more tension builds within it. Why? Because the universe cannot let you get too comfortable before a major shift. If you stay comfortable, you won't move. If you don't move, you won't evolve. So the energy inside the home begins to disrupt you. Misunderstandings happen for no reason. Small issues turn into big arguments. You feel judged. You feel unseen. You feel suffocated. You feel alone, even with people around. Sometimes you break down in tears without understanding why. My child, this is not emotional weakness. This is your soul signaling, I do not belong here anymore. If this feels familiar, comment, I understand. Sign 5. You began to visualize a different home without knowing why. This is one of the most powerful signs. My child, there have been moments where you suddenly imagined yourself in a different room, a different neighborhood, a different environment. You may have found yourself scrolling through homes online without knowing why. You may have walked through areas and thought, I'd love to live here, even though it seemed unrealistic. Visualization is not random. It is spiritual preparation. Your future speaks to you in images long before it becomes reality. Your next home has been calling you. Your soul has been responding. Your mind just didn't connect the dots yet. My child, did you ever picture a different living space without planning to? Sign 6, you felt disconnected from the things inside your home. You may have noticed. You stopped decorating. You lost interest in cleaning the space with love. You felt no attachment to old belongings. You didn't care to rearrange or improve anything. You started packing things mentally, even if not physically. You started letting go of objects that once mattered. My child, this is spiritual detachment. When you are meant to leave somewhere, the connection to that place fades on its own. You cannot force yourself to care anymore because your soul already knows this chapter is ending. This is not laziness. This is release. Sign 7. Unexpected financial or emotional pressure began to build around the house. This is the sign that scares you the most. But my child, listen closely. Pressure is not punishment. Pressure is preparation. Pressure is movement. Bills increasing. Rent rising. Unexpected expenses appearing. Landlord issues. Family tension. Emotional heaviness. These pressures are not meant to break you. They are meant to push you out of what you refuse to walk away from. The universe tried to whisper. The universe tried to nudge. Now the universe is pushing. Not out of cruelty, but out of divine urgency. My child, comment, I see it now. Sign 8. You began feeling a strong inner pull to start over. Even if you didn't admit it out loud. There were quiet moments when you wished for a fresh beginning, a new environment, a peaceful atmosphere. Maybe you wanted a cleaner slate. Maybe you wanted more space. Maybe you wanted a new neighborhood, a better routine, a different energy. That desire was not coming from your mind. It was coming from your future self, calling you forward. Your new chapter is already written. Your soul is simply trying to catch up to it. My child, do you see the pattern now? Everything you've been feeling. The restlessness. The heaviness. The emotional pressure. The sudden changes. The tension. The breakdowns. The disconnection. The desire to leave. None of it is random. These signs were preparing you for this moment. This transition. This shift. This relocation of your spirit. But now the question becomes: what is waiting for you after you leave? What blessing is pulling you forward? What does the universe want to give you next?